The doctor said, "You have a serious illness, but my family thinks she's making excuses. Only my cat Whiskers understands me." This morning, I woke up exhausted again, with no strength in my body, but farm work doesn't wait. Whiskers came to me, resting his head against my leg, as if trying to say, "Rest today." My name is Sophia. I'm 29 years old and I've been married to Michael for 3 years. We have a small farm in the village. 6 months ago, my life changed. Constant fatigue, dizziness, breathlessness. The doctor diagnosed chronic fatigue syndrome and severe anemia. But my family doesn't believe it. 6 o'clock. The alarm rings, but I have no strength to get up. My body feels heavy as lead. My heart beats fast. Whiskers sits at the edge of the bed, his green eyes worried. It's like he senses my illness too. "Sophia, why haven't you gotten up yet?" Michael's voice comes from the corridor. I try to sit up with difficulty. My head spins, my vision darkens. Whiskers immediately comes to me, meowing as if warning me. He knows I'm sick, but no one believes him. "Coming, Michael," I say in a weak voice. I try to stand up, but my legs won't hold me. Whiskers meows anxiously, as if saying, "Don't force yourself." I stagger down to the kitchen, Whiskers following me. He watches my every step, running to me when he senses I might fall. I need to prepare breakfast, but my hands are shaking. My mother-in-law, Patricia, enters the kitchen. "Sophia, can breakfast be prepared at this hour? Michael will be late for work." "I'm preparing it, Patricia. I'm just a bit slow this morning." "Slow?" The same excuse every morning. How long will this illness story continue? Whiskers hisses toward Patricia. Even he doesn't like my mother-in-law. My cat is my only supporter in this house. "Patricia, the doctor said it's a serious illness, chronic fatigue syndrome." Chronic fatigue? There was no such illness in our time. It's just laziness, nothing else. Michael sits at the table, opening his newspaper. Whiskers circles around him, but Michael pushes him away. "Today you'll water the vegetable garden," says Michael. "Neighbor Daniel's wife Rebecca is much more hard-working. You always pretend to be sick." My heart sinks. "Michael, I'm not pretending to be sick. There are doctor reports." "Reports? Doctors write anything for money. You just don't want to work." Whiskers comes out from under the table, rubbing against my leg, trying to comfort me. At least someone understands me. Patricia intervenes. "Michael is right. Sophia has become too spoiled. Let her struggle a bit. Her illness will pass." "I'm not spoiled," I say with tears in my eyes. "I'm really struggling." 10 o'clock. I'm alone in the garden, the sun burning overhead. Whiskers sits in the shade, watching me. I try to lift the water bucket, but it feels too heavy. My head starts spinning. My knees shake. Whiskers notices immediately, runs to me, and gently scratches my leg with his paw, as if saying, "Sit down, rest." "Are you okay, Whiskers?" I whisper. "You understand me, don't you?" The cat meows, as if answering. Then he lies under a shady spot, calling me over. Neighbor Isabella sees me. "Sophia, don't work in this heat. You look very pale." "I have to work, Isabella." Michael gets angry. "Girl, you really look sick. Did you go to the doctor?" "I did. He said chronic fatigue syndrome, but my family doesn't believe it." Isabella approaches. "I believe you. Whiskers never leaves you alone either. Cats can sense illness." I sit in the shade, Whiskers in my lap. I'm having trouble breathing. My heartbeat is irregular. Whiskers rests his head on my chest as if listening. "What will become of me, Whiskers?" I whisper. "No one believes me." The cat meows in response, looking at me with understanding in his green eyes. He rubs his head against my hand, trying to comfort me. The phone rings. Michael is calling. How's the work going? Daniel came by, asked about our garden. It's going slowly, Michael. I feel very bad. The sixth story again. Sophia, enough already. Tonight, Daniel and Rebecca are coming as guests. Everything better be ready. The phone hangs up. Guests. Cooking. Cleaning the house. I can't take much more. Whiskers seems to understand, meowing and trying to pet my head. I continue working in the garden, but every movement is torture. Whiskers never leaves my side, following me everywhere. Sometimes when I stop, he climbs on me, as if wanting me to rest. Suddenly, my knees buckle. I collapse to the ground. I can't breathe. My vision darkens. Whiskers starts meowing in panic, circling around me. Whiskers, help me, I whisper. The cat immediately runs toward the house, then comes back, as if trying to call someone. Then he lies next to me, trying to comfort me by sharing his body warmth. When I struggle home, Michael is watching TV. Whiskers immediately goes to him, meowing as if trying to tell him about my condition. But Michael doesn't care. The guests are coming in an hour. Is dinner ready? Michael, I felt very bad today. I almost fainted in the field. The same story again. Sophia, I'm tired of this illness game. Whiskers hisses angrily at Michael. Even he understands that my husband is treating me wrong. Patricia comes out of the kitchen. Sophia, haven't you prepared dinner yet? Guests are coming. I'm preparing it, Patricia. I just took a little break. Break? You're young, healthy. What break? Women didn't act like this in our time. I try to cook with trembling hands in the kitchen. Whiskers sits under the table watching me. Every time I tremble, he meows, as if asking, "Can you handle it?" Suddenly my head spins. I grab the counter. Whiskers immediately jumps up, starts scratching my leg with his paw. He sensed the danger. It'll pass, Whiskers. I have to endure, I whisper. Patricia enters the kitchen. Can work be done this slowly? The guests have already arrived. I'm doing it as fast as I can. As fast as you can. You're not sick, Sophia. You're just lazy. Even this cat has more energy than you. Whiskers looks angrily at Patricia, as if saying, "Leave her alone." Daniel and Rebecca arrive. Whiskers greets the guests curiously, but then comes to me, as if trying to protect me. Sophia looks very pale, says Rebecca. Are you okay? Just a little tired, I say shyly. Michael intervenes. Sophia is constantly tired. The doctor said illness, but I don't believe it. What illness? Asks Daniel. The doctor said chronic fatigue syndrome, I say, my voice barely audible. Rebecca looks with interest. That's a serious illness. My cousin had it too. She struggled a lot. But there's no proof, says Michael. Test results look normal. Whiskers goes to Rebecca, meowing as if supporting me. When I lie in bed at night, I'm exhausted. Whiskers climbs onto my bed, lies on my chest. He seems to be listening to my heartbeat, sensing it's irregular. Whiskers, you're my only friend. I whisper, you know I'm sick. The cat meows, putting his head under my hand wanting to be petted. His warmth comforts me. Michael gets into bed. This cat is constantly with you, acting like you're sick. Because I really am sick, Michael. Sophia, we need to close this topic. Tomorrow we're going to the doctor. We're learning the truth. We already went. There were results. Another doctor, this time to someone who will tell the truth. At midnight, I can't breathe. My heart beats very fast. I'm drenched in sweat. Whiskers immediately wakes up, starts meowing. Michael! Michael, wake up! I scream. What's wrong now? He says, half asleep. I can't breathe. My heart is beating too fast. Whiskers jumps on the bed in panic, meowing constantly. He scratches Michael's foot with his paw, as if saying, wake up, it's serious. Another panic attack. Calm down. Michael, this isn't a panic attack. I really can't breathe. Whiskers runs to the door, then comes back, as if trying to call for help. In the morning, we reluctantly go to another doctor. Dr. Martinez looks more experienced. Even Whiskers wants to come with me, as if he'll explain my condition to the doctor. Mrs. Sophia, tell me about your symptoms. Constant fatigue, shortness of breath, dizziness, heart palpitations. Dr. Martinez listens carefully. These symptoms seem serious. Can I see your blood tests? Here they are, doctor, I say, handing over the files. Hemoglobin is very low. There's B12 deficiency. Also, thyroid values are borderline. Michael is surprised. So she's really sick? Mr. Michael, your wife is experiencing severe anemia and chronic fatigue syndrome. She absolutely must rest. After leaving the doctor's office, Michael is quiet. Whiskers is in my lap in the car, as if saying, "See, I was right." Michael, do you believe me now? Sophia, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were really sick. I've been saying it for months, but no one listened. Only Whiskers understood. Michael looks at Whiskers. This cat was always by your side. As if he knew. Cats can sense illness, Michael. He was my only supporter. Everything will be different from now on, I promise. When we return home, Patricia is waiting for us. Whiskers immediately goes to her, meowing as if explaining the doctor's results. What did the doctor say? Says Patricia. Sophia is really sick, Mom. Severe anemia and chronic fatigue syndrome. Patricia is surprised. So there really was an illness? Yes, Patricia. I wasn't lying, I say in a tired voice. Sophia, girl, I'm sorry. We thought you were lying. Whiskers rubs against Patricia's leg, as if saying, treat her well now. For the first time, I can rest in the afternoon. Whiskers is beside me, sleeping. Michael is doing the farm work himself. Thank you, Whiskers. I whisper. You never left me alone. The cat opens his eyes, meowing in response. I pet his head, and he enjoys it. Neighbor Isabella comes to visit. Sophia, you look much better. Michael finally understood. The doctor supported it too. Whiskers looks very happy too. He was also waiting for your health to improve. Whiskers approaches Isabella, meowing as if saying, yes, I was very worried. At dinner, I'm comfortable for the first time. Michael prepared the meal. Patricia helped too. Whiskers is under the table, watching everyone. Sophia, from now on you'll rest. We'll divide the work, says Michael. Thank you, Michael. I also apologize, girl, says Patricia. I misunderstood you. Whiskers meows, as if saying, finally understand. Everyone laughs. This cat is really special, says Patricia. He never left you alone. He's my best friend, I say, taking Whiskers into my lap. When I go to bed at night, Whiskers is by my side as always. But this time, it's different. He's no longer worried. He's peaceful, as if he knows you're safe now. Whiskers, you saved me, I whisper. If you weren't here, no one would have believed. The cat rests his head on my chest, listening to my heartbeat. This time, it's regular and calm. Michael gets into bed. Whiskers really is a special cat. Even he sensed your illness. Cats are intuitive, Michael. He was protecting me. From now on, I'll take better care of both of you. When I wake up in the morning, I feel better. Whiskers sits by the window, looking at the sun. No more worried meowing. Michael has prepared breakfast. How do you feel? Better? Whiskers looks more relaxed too. He was your illness companion. Now he'll be your recovery companion. Patricia enters the kitchen. Sophia, girl, just rest today. We'll handle the work. Whiskers rubs against Patricia's leg, now accepting her. A week later, I feel much stronger. My medications are regular. I have a nutrition program, and most importantly, now my family understands me. Whiskers is always by my side, but now not as a protector, as a friend. We sit in the garden, he plays, I rest. Whiskers, you're my hero, I say, petting him. Without you, this story would have ended very differently. The cat meows, as if saying, friends protect each other. Michael comes to the garden. How are you two? We're good, right, Whiskers? The cat runs toward Michael, rubbing against his leg. Now he accepts him too. This cat really loves you, says Michael. And he was right. You were really sick. Sometimes illness can be invisible. People may not understand, may not believe, but there's always someone who understands you. Mine was Whiskers. He never left me alone, sensed my illness, and stood by me. If you're experiencing such a situation, remember, you have friends with strong intuition. Sometimes they can be a cat, and they're never wrong. Illness is nothing to be ashamed of. Rest is a right. And sometimes our smallest friends can be our biggest supporters. Whiskers and I are now strong together. Because true friendship means standing by someone in sickness and in health.